Hi guys, welcome to the channel. This is Rob. In this video, I am going to start a series on how to produce, at least the way I see it, how to produce a trance track in the State of Trance style, like you would see on Armin Van Buuren's State of Trance weekly show. And he has a lot of kind of uplifting trance and quite up-tempo. A lot of it's 135, some of, a lot of the more uplifting stuff is like 138. You have a style of trance on there that has really heavy bass lines, really driving bass lines, and that's the type of project that I want to produce. Use as an example, something with a really gritty bass line and a driving trance, something around 136 to 138. I think just going to start it out here at 136 just to get working with it. And what I want to do first is come up with an idea of the bass pattern. And what I think I'll do is just select a, what am I going to use here? Let's just use a sampler and let's just go to a piano. And I think I've been kind of hearing that sort of kind of a driving bass line. So let me try to, I'm just going to start right in here, and this will be a series, and it's kind of going to be a start to finish, but I'm going to edit it down. I'm going to do a little bit more planning. There's going to be less sample library diving. So anyways, let me just try to get this in here if I can at 136. I may have to slow it down here. Okay, let me set the metronome here. I don't think I'm anywhere near on the beat there. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see here. Let's just double it here. Okay, those have to be on the beat. That I know. Okay, that's right. Okay, that's off. Okay, so you select all those, and I want to select all these, kind of have them all the same length here. I think that's a good length for that. And we'll do similar here. Maybe lengthen that out a little bit. I think that one's a little bit short right there is what's bothering me. That's too short right there too. Okay, now, so what I want to do is try to build a beat. And before we go diving into the bass line, it's better, I think, to have a good kick. And I've already selected some samples. And what I want to do is use a program called Satala. And it makes it really easy. So let's go right in with the kick here. And Sotala is this free sampler out there. And let's see here. I got used to it recently here. And what it just has like a electronic kit in there that sounds sort of like a 909, I think. Yeah. And so what you can do is you just, on a Mac, you control click and you can browse your samples. And then so what I'm going to do here is, since I've already added it, I'm going to go to down here to Sessions 2021. I'm going to go to a State of Trance style, which is this project. Go to Audio Files, and there's the kick. All right. So I've got the kick, and I've kind of played around with these ahead of time. And so what I want to do is I want to shorten this kick up a little bit here. And what Sotala allows you to do is shorten up the duration of your sample. So let's go to right about there. All right, so what I'm going to do is put me a MIDI region in there. Let's draw some notes in here. Okay, that's right. Okay. All right, so let's, in fact, what I'm going to do is, and let's go 3. All right. And then what I want to do is I want to go with some open hats, just a simple pattern. So let's get another Sotala. Grab that closed hat. And that is just going to be an off pattern. All right. Okay, and then of course I'm going to be eventually putting a level balance on here, so bear with me. Okay, so I think that I want to maybe turn this one up a little bit. Okay, that one sounds a little bit better that way. All right, so then now all we have to do is I'm going to actually be layering some hats here. Let's get another Sotala here. And so during the whole process of doing this, I am really going to be focused on making sure nothing is playing on the kick. Or if it does, it's side chained. And you'll just see, and as I go along, that's very important in trance, because that kick has to be there driving the beat. It has to be there. You got to really be able to hear it. Okay. All right. So let's go to another one here. Whoops. Pull up Sotala. All right. In fact, I'm going to turn all of these down right now. tone out of this here. That sounds pretty good. All right, and I'm gonna have another layer here. Drag this one down. Add a Sotala. Go browsing. Okay, and got this one here. Play around with the shape a little bit on that one. Let's see here, what's one that's clanking? May want to shape that one a little bit. Soften that just a little bit. Okay, and then we want to go with a 16th. Oops. Not the 18th hat. Unless we're going to ride a waltz, I guess. That would work. This one here, let's put in a Sotala. All right. Okay. Want to tune that one up. It was a little bit low. Didn't want it as ringy. All right. Just something in the background, not something too overpowering with your 16th hats here. So, all right. So let's go in here. Paste in some notes. Now these are going to be 16th notes. Yeah, too many. Okay, now we're starting to get a beat, as you can see here. So it's kind of tedious, especially when you're working with MIDI. It's not as fast. It gives you more flexibility. I think I'm going to get a little bit of bounce on that one. On a Cisco with an LFO tool, I got a preset that I like on that one. LFO tool. And that looks like to be it. 16th pattern sine chain. That's pretty close. Okay, so let's put in a clap here. Yeah, this is starting to drive me nuts now that I've... Okay, so let's get a MIDI region in there. Let's get our clap in there. That's on every other beat. Okay. And where is our clap? There it is. Okay, let's put in some MIDI in there. Okay, let's play around with this here. I mean, that is kind of a shifted clap, but what if I want to vary the tempo. What if I want to slow it down a little bit? It's going to sound different than if I don't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit off of it here. Okay, let's just get rid of that last little oomph. And I'm going to try a little trick here. Okay. Nice thing about Sotala, I have a, let's go in here to reverb, chroma verb, and it's in Logic. And I've got a preset here. Okay, this is a trance clap pre-delay. All right, then I can also add, let's see here. Let's make this drum room. Okay, and let's put a Valhalla on there. Can't recommend this reverb enough, by the way. If you don't have this Valhalla room, let's get the trance drum room preset that I like. That's entirely too loud, but all right, so it's those kind of things I just want to get out of the way. Let's take the volume down here. Okay. Not that far. So in case I put any processing on later. Okay, so I'm going to change this to a, let's go with a serum. And there's a preset in here. Hard, angry boss. There we go. See how this one sounds. Okay, we need to take all these up. All right, now you can see where note, in situations like this, note length is really important, okay? Very important. Okay. Okay, now remember what I said about keeping everything away from the kick. All right, so let's see here. We're going to put on a LFO tool. And I've got, let's see here, it's hard side chain. And I want to split it to where I don't want all of the sound of the bass to go away. So I turn on the split here on this preset here. This is my own custom preset. And to where I have everything below 244 hertz, which pretty much protects the very heart of the kick, the boom and the sub of the kick, so to speak. So now let's see what it sounds like. Take that down a little bit more, or up a little, see what happens. Okay, and let's put in another bass here. But you can see where we're coming here. Okay, and so on this one here, I'm going to put a spire. what is it? Reveal sounds. Stereo. And the preset that I want is on Factory Bank 6. This one here. So now that we got our bass pattern, all right, so let's go with another LFO tool. This one here this is going to be the top bass, so it's not going to be as severe. And this one here, on the top bass, I want a high pass. 190, thereabouts. Let's see here. But at 400, I think. These have to be just about perfect to get the right groove. Okay, now it's time to start adjusting the velocity. And what I'm doing here is I pick the velocity tool, and then I option shift, actually, command all, option shift. Okay. Take this one right about there. Same thing with this one here. Make sure they're not all highlighted. Okay, I can hear another layer. What I want to do is this one is just get rid of these and just have kind of a stab. I'm going to move this one here to the top here. And let's get another spire here. And I want to go to, okay, that one there. And let's pick a bass out of this one here. Let's see, this one. Okay. That is really a loud patch. Whew. Okay, so I'm going to try to develop this a little bit further here. And I think what I want to do here is add a decapitator, sound toys. Now this is the part that gets kind of time consuming. There it is, decapitator. Put this one, drive this to right about here. Then after the decapitator, definitely need to cut some of that low out of there. Put that LFO tool behind it. Because what happens is you start adding distortion, it starts adding in, it just piles up the lows, the sub information through distortion. So that's why it sounds kind of funny there. Got some kind of little delay going on there. Let's check the effects here. Yes, I do. Now that's a little bit wide. I think what I'm going to do here is put a waves, my favorite shaper here, the S1 imager. I'm going to narrow this down quite a bit here. I'm going to cause this one here to be the wide one here. You know what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to add a sub bass here. Okay, thank you very much. I'm just going to add a really simple plug-in. Let's see, let's go with a ES1, right? Mono. And synth bass, sub bass. And it's going to go in here. And where are we at here? Too low. All right. Okay, obviously on this one here, we're going to put on a LFO tool. And I've got a, let's see here, off bass curve. Let's just make this stereo just for the heck of it. Okay. And what does that make this here? Okay. Okay, and so what I want to add now would be, to really kind of beef this thing up, is Slate Digital's virtual mix rack. And then what I want to do is bring in the Air EQ, and I want to boost it at about 5K-ish. All right, and then I want to, let's see here, add, believe it or not, even though I actually went in here and muted the delay and the reverb. My screen recording software accidentally turned it off during the one of the takes of this video, and it didn't get me. I basically went in here and muted those too, but I'm going to add it back in with a Valhalla Room. And let's see here. Just want to add a little bit of ambience here. Just want to get a little bit of ambience there. That. Okay, I think what we need to do is reduce the velocity on that. And then maybe shorten these up. Not liking the sound of that. Okay, so let's move on to this one here. We need to wrap this up. Okay, now I want this to bounce around, so what I'm going to do is add just a regular stereo delay, and have a preset here, a stab bouncer. Want to put an LFO tool on here. And I think I want to put a chorus on here. Actually, I want to cut some of the highs out of here, or lows. Okay, so you see where we're going with this, and this is kind of going to be the intro, and then on the next episode we will get into what the melody will be, and then that will build to the drop, and the melody that will be playing in the drop. I kind of have an idea for that. Haven't quite decided fully the direction that that's going yet, but I have decided that this will work with it, whatever I decide to do with the melody. So this is getting pretty close to an hour, so I thank you very much for watching, and I'm going to edit this down, so hopefully it won't be quite as long, and I hope you follow along with some of the ideas for those of you who are just starting out producing trance, and I hope this helps you out a lot with some of the basics. And if you like this video, hit that like button, and if you want to be notified for the next one, hit that subscribe button and the little bell, and you will be notified. All right, have a good one out there, everybody.